All right, so just over, give or take 200 watt hours. I don't remember exactly what the number was prior, but ballparky, 200, yeah, like 200 watt hours, 2 liters of diesel fuel. I went 14 hours, just over 14 hours. What is going on? Listen, it's getting a little nipply these days, and I'm starting to have to figure out what I'm doing to keep myself warm. I'm a tropical people, and I'm not really interested in sleeping cold, sitting in my tent cold, you know, these kind of things. Luckily, the gang over at BougeRV. Now, BougeRV, known usually for making refrigerators, air conditioners, things like that, have gotten into the heat market. I have a video. Check it out. Subscribe to my channel and check it out. I got a new blanket from them, an electric blanket. They also sent me their brand new diesel heater. So they recently have come out with this little stainless steel unit. So this deal right here is going to be 15 inches long, and then we're looking at about 10 inches wide and about 12 inches tall. This is a 5 kilowatt diesel heater. Nice cap on the top to load your diesel in. Tank, everything is internal. This is actually a sealed unit. It's got screws in it in case you needed to take apart. I've never needed to take it apart before. Let's take a look at this side right here. So this side right here, if you notice, has a gas meter on it. So that way you can keep track of, you know, what kind of fuel you got left, what kind of fuel you're using, things like that. Let's take a look at what comes with this bad boy right here, okay? So you're gonna get a remote control that you're going to be able to use inside your tent, something. So this right here is going to be completely time-based and level-based. There is no temperature-based controls in this. And it really doesn't matter anyways, because, you know, this thing is going to sit outside. And normally your temperature controls would have been right here on this little display anyways. This display does not come off of this unit. It's stuck right here. So unless you're inside of your garage or using this in a shed where that temperature thing would come in handy, you're not going to need it anyways outside in like a tent or a rooftop tent or something like that. Which is where comes in the little remote control. And also, I'm going to show you a little later, they do have an app for this unit right here. I said, gas cap is going to be on the top for diesel. It holds 5 liters of diesel. Now this is a completely closed off system, so if you just tip this thing sideways, nothing's going to run out of it. You'll be able to bang this around, slosh it, you know, what have you, and you're not going to have to worry about this diesel spilling out inside of your truck, anything like that. You know, I mean, we're bone dry right there. So let's take a look at what comes in the package. You are going to get, you know, a little bag of rings and clamps and screws and things like that. If you wanted to bolt this down, have it in one solid position, you could bolt it to the ground. You can permanently attach the next item that comes with them. This is actually getting pulled out because I'm preparing to set it up for the tent. But you get a hot air hose. They send you a 110 adapter that's going to plug into this. They send you a 12-volt adapter, and they also have one that is, it's going to be bare wire. So this one's going to come in handy if you're permanently installing this in your camper truck, in your RV, if you want to wire this directly to your truck, in a shed, those kind of things. They're also going to give you a little bit of a muffler. The times I've run this, I haven't really found a lot of use for it. This unit right here, as far as exhaust is concerned, is very quiet. But you still have to have this exhaust pipe. You don't want to have these fumes running towards, you know, inside your tent. The way diesel heaters work is inside of here is the diesel heater chamber, and they are separate. The combustion chamber never mixes with the hot air chamber, so you never have to worry about any kind of gases, fumes, anything like that being inside your tent. In case you want to do a more permanent install, they give you this little contraption here. This is the cover screen on it that comes off, and then this piece right here screws off. And what you can do is you screw this part. It's got 3 screw holes in it. You drill a hole in your RV or your shed or whatever you're going to use it in, and you screw that to the wall. And then from the other side, This part just simply screws on. And once you have your screws in, you can put your little vent cap on this side. And then this is inside your RV. This is sticking out the wall of your RV or into the storage area, what have you. And then, you know, like your hose just slips right on it. Bob's your uncle. You got air in your RV. All right, so they're telling me consumption on this is going to be on low about 0.14 liters per hour and 0.45 liters per hour at full blast. So you're looking at about probably 2 or 3 minutes to set this up. And then what they tell me is once you've got it fired, you're looking at probably about 8 minutes to bring it up to temperature for high heat. They're claiming advanced safety features. There are several things in place in this heater right here that'll cut off your electricity, cut off your diesel fuel, if this thing starts to overheat or anything like that. All right, let's look at the features of the box itself. Like I said, 5-liter internal diesel fuel, easy cap on the top, no leak, we saw that. These little handles on top for carrying fold down in case you wanted to put something on top, but I think with this unit, you know, that's not really that much of an option anyways. But these 2 little carry handles, now 22 pounds this thing is going to weigh. So, you know, it's very small and compact, but it is going to cost a little weight. You're not backpacking or anything like that with this. So like I said, the front, the gas gauge right here, so you know exactly how much gas you're using, and the output hot air nozzle, right? Beautiful stainless steel case, and your exhaust. Your exhaust on this one is screw-in. Okay, so I don't know if you've ever dealt with one of these before, and trying to fit the exhaust hose, usually you would be left with something like this side right here. Well, I mean, this thing is going to get a little bit smushed, and it's going to be a pain in the butt to get that thing back on there. Luckily, these guys have made it threaded, so this thing screws right on. It's not going to be a problem. There's not going to be any falling out, anything like that. Now, your exhaust is still just going to have to friction fit inside this tube, but no big deal. This side right here, some vents. This is where your power is going to come in, and this is going to be your control panel. Let's take a look at the controls. All right, before we even get this fired up, there's a feature where you can set this machine to turn on later. Okay, so you leave and you know you're coming back at about 5 o'clock and you're going to want this thing to be fired up and ready to go. So you long press the timer side, right? And then it's going to come on and it's going to be your local time is going to be in here. Updated from the app, I guess. I don't know. I didn't set this time, so. And then what you do is real quick 3 press this, which brings up a row of numbers across the bottom here. So what you're going to do is scroll through the little row of numbers. I don't know if you can see this at the bottom. And that is going to be what time you want your timer to flip on. And this is like a military clock, right? So once you've got that picked out, hit the button again, and that's going to lock you in to turn itself on later on. That way you can come back to a hot tent. All right, so then if you decide you want to turn it straight on, you long press this button right here. And like I said, there's not going to be any temperature sensing on this thing, anything like that. It's all going to be controlled by just the knob here, right? All the way down to 14, all the way up to 5,000. All right, listen, we're going to go pop this up onto the truck. I'm going to show you how I pipe it in my window, and I'm going to start this thing going. So what I have inside of here, you can barely see it. I have 2 liters of fuel inside of here. It is right around 6 o'clock right now, so give or take a few minutes after 6. And then when I get up in the morning and completely get out of my tent and everything, by 8 or 9 o'clock, we're going to look at and see what is left. Like I said, they're claiming 0.1 to about 0.5 liters per hour. All right, so if you can see what's going on up here, I've got it hooked up to the power box. And the power box says it's pulling about 110 watts right now. And like I said, this is just the glow plug and things like that getting fired up. Then what we have is I have the exhaust set up. I'm just going to dump it down to here. And I got a hose coming out of there. It just goes into, simply goes into my window. All right, you can see how I have it set up. Like I said, I'm just zipping it into a window a little bit. And the tube sticks in. I'm actually going to back that machine up a little bit to shorten this out a little bit. But, you know, as as far as sound goes, not really too much. Now this thing is putting out straight heat, so it's going to be one of those nights, because tonight's only going to get 40-ish, that I'm probably going to run a side window open. What I want to do is leave this running until I wake up in the morning, so I'm just going to have to suffer through whatever I need to do to keep it running all night long. Once again, the exhaust sound. I mean, I don't really hear any loud ticking. I mean, you're going to get a little bit of this jet engine sound off of there, but not much. We are back to actually running at 11, between 11 and 13 on the little power box. So the app is real super simple. You log in, it's just a Bluetooth scenario, so it doesn't have to be any kind of Wi-Fi, anything like that. This little slide rail right here is going to boost your temperature up and down. All right? You got a little power button on there. You got your combustion efficiency. They tell me this is for monitoring if you're having fuel problems or if your air is restricted, anything like that. Your current voltage that's drawn in, and then the stuff I talked about before, the timing configuration. So this is where you can come in and set off and on, and then, you know, just in case you're out here and you totally space anything on how to use this, there's a little button at the bottom that says instructions, and all you do is click on that, and it will walk you through, you know, how all these little, what it means and things like that. All right, gang. Just after 8 o'clock, we are out of gas. That was 2 liters. Let's see. 14, just over 14 hours on exactly 2 liters of gas. Probably not great for as small of a tent as I'm using. This is probably going to be for something more like a bigger ground tent, RVs, garages, things like that. It was on low, and while the temperature coming out wasn't that bad, it's just too small of a space. Even when I opened a window, it was just too concentrated heat. Probably like to see maybe a fan speed on this thing a little bit, because like I said, you can adjust the temperature, but man, it was just always barking out of this hole. You know what I mean? All right, so just over, give or take, 200 watt hours, 2 liters of diesel fuel. I went 14 hours.